everyone, and welcome to this 36th episode of 5 Minutes with NYIke. I am Isaac Sokolic, or NYIke on Twitter, and today I'm sharing with you a big secret, the elephant in the room, and it's the biggest tech issue in going from IT as we know it to a digital organization. Now, I'm not going to be talking about culture or process today. I'm going to be talking about technology, so hold on to your seats, and I'm going to share with you the biggest secret that nobody is talking about. So here's the question. What does your collaboration IT stack look like? What tools are you using in IT to collaborate? Now, depending on who I ask in an enterprise, I'm going to get different answers around which tools they're going to select first. Now, if you're in IT operations, you're going to tell me about your service management tool and what you use to handle tickets and requests and incidents, and maybe you have a change management database backed into that. If I ask the Agile development team, they're probably going to talk to me about Jira or Azure DevOps or another tool being used to store the backlog and requirements and really control releases and all the underlying tools that go into the software development lifecycle and into the DevOps tool chain. Is that enough? Well, no, we made some big changes in IT over the last 10 years, and it's really about the cloud. And so maybe you're going to talk to me about SharePoint or Teams or Confluence or some other tool you're using to store documentation or wikis. And that's going to be a third tool that you're using in IT to share information. And lastly, there's probably an organization or a group of people called the Project Management Office, and they're trying to connect the dots between the strategy of the business and key strategic initiatives that are being prioritized with the business with everything that the IT department is doing. And they're doing it through reporting, in some cases using through tools. Now, if this were any other organization and you looked at these tools and you asked how these tools were integrating, you would probably have this type of picture in mind. And yes, in IT, very often these tools and workflows are not truly integrated and they're silos. All right, and that is the biggest secret when it comes to technology and one of the biggest issues in becoming a digital organization from an IT organization. Why is that? Well, you're using tools like your business is using to connect the dots. When these tools don't talk to each other, we're using emails and Zooms and Slacks and files and PowerPoints and spreadsheets to connect the dots. And what that means is the business is stuck in the weeds. They have no idea what's going on in real time. They don't know how to collaborate. They don't know what the status of their initiatives are. They don't know where you need help around requirements or where they should participate in trying to change the priorities of what everybody is working on. And what does that mean? It really means that digital transformation as we know it and becoming a digital organization is stuck in the clouds. Now, there's a lot of reasons why this has happened in IT organizations. You started with one tool, you added a second tool, you added a third tool, and you probably had no time or energy to be able to integrate these workflows, and you probably didn't have agreement inside IT on how to do it. So I'm going to share with you in the next slide 3 questions to ask about how to bring these tools together. So let's roll back and let's start with the 4 same disciplines and maybe the 4 same tools and talk about what we need to change and how to think about doing that. You know, when I look at these 4 tools, they're all instrumental in becoming a digital organization and driving transformation. I want to have the entire collaboration of the IT team, DevOps, IT operations, my data teams, and my business teams collaborating. And when I say business teams, I'm thinking more expansively. I'm not just talking about employees. I'm also talking about our customers, our suppliers, and our partners. So that is what I mean by a digital organization. Now, when you look at this and you have a long legacy of using different tools to do different parts of this collaboration, how do you unwind it? Now, I'm going to share with you my personal way of unwinding it, what I think is important, especially in organizations trying to drive transformation. And the first question I'm going to ask is, what are you trying to optimize, right? There's a lot of things you could be optimizing in IT, but when I think about digital, I'm thinking about customer experiences. I'm thinking about how to create feedback loops. I want to create innovation and experimentation in my organization. And I really want to make sure my collaboration is efficient, especially in this world of hybrid working, where some people in the office and some people are working remotely on any given day. So that's what I'm trying to optimize before I even start talking about technologies. The second thing I'm going to think about are my risks. What are some of the things I have to have concerns over? Now, obviously, my operational and security risks are going to be at the top of mind, but I'm also thinking about employee transitions. And what that basically means is the things that you are working on today, that employees are working on today, they may not be the same employees working on it tomorrow. So that's the knowledge management risk. How do I build? How do I support? And how do I document things in such a way that when I bring in new people to work on something, or I need to transition, or I have to move something off of a legacy system, I have good documentation around it. And obviously that's a big plug into the legacy and technical debt that not only do I want to address faster as a risk, but I also want to make sure that whatever I'm building now has less of a risk of creating new issues in the future. So those are my risks. And then lastly, when I think about culture and how these tools come into play, what is going to be the heart of this transformation? And for me, no secret, this is going to start with Agile, because I need a tool that enables teams to move the business forward. And I'm going to do that with Scrum, with Agile processes, with Kanban. And so that's going to be my layer of the onion. And then I'm going to look beyond that to say, how do I make other processes collaborate with that? How do I improve communications? And how do I do this without people in the middle moving data around with emails or spreadsheets or PowerPoints to be able to communicate? So that's my personal answer. I'd love to hear yours. Every organization is the same as the ones I project, and I'd love to help you address this issue in your organization and going from an IT organization to a digital organization. I'm Isaac Sikolik, or NYIke on Twitter. I'm the president of Star CIO. We help companies develop centers of excellence in Agile, DevOps, becoming data-driven, low-code application development, and changing the culture. Please visit the website you see here, starcio.com/5NYIke/EP36. That will get you on my mailing list, and I'll be sharing more information about this in upcoming episodes and in blog posts on my blog. Have a great day.